You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic.
Ryan Poles isn't even trying to hide it anymore. Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Hey, Bears fans, I hope you guys had a great weekend. As you guys all already possibly know, Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears were at the annual owners meeting today, and Ryan Poles got a chance to meet with the media for a little bit, and obviously he talked about how difficult it was trading quarterback Justin Fields. He even went deep in detail about how he had to tell his young son that has a Justin Fields jersey on his wall that he was trading Justin Fields. Said he mentioned that was the most difficult decision he ever had to make. But the real reason I wanted to come on here really quick and share this with you guys is because Ryan Poles, during the same interview, someone asked him about Caleb Williams and his initial impressions on the young quarterback out of USC and potential number one overall pick for the Chicago Bears. And at this point, Ryan Poles is no longer hiding how he feels about quarterback Caleb Williams. He had this to say about the young quarterback. He said, when you talk to his teammates, they don't like him, they love him. His leadership, how he brings people together. He's intentional with his leadership. Same goes with the staff. He also added, I'm having a hard time finding a person that doesn't like him or even love him and thinks that he can reach the highest limits. The feedbacks have been good. Bears fans, personally, to me, it seems like the Chicago Bears have done all the extensive research that they could on Caleb Williams. And it seems to me that Ryan Poles has come to a decision that Caleb Williams will be the number one overall pick in the 2024 NFL draft. And he is not even hiding how he feels about Caleb Williams anymore. And personally, he doesn't have to hide because the Chicago Bears have the number one overall pick. That means Ryan Poles gets to choose his guy. Of course, if Washington or New England comes knocking and gives the haul, he can definitely consider taking that haul and moving down and taking a guy like Drake May or Jaden Daniels. But it seems that Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears and all the scouts within the Chicago Bears organization have done their extensive research, and they've loved what they've heard from Caleb Williams in their recent interviews, and they've loved what they've been hearing from teammates and coaches that got to interact and coach or play with Caleb Williams. And to me, this is just so exciting as a Bears fan that Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears have that conviction on Caleb Williams, because you have to understand that early on, prior to the Chicago Bears trading away Justin Fields to the Pittsburgh Steelers and all this quarterback drama surrounding the Chicago Bears, there were a lot of people, and there's still people out there doing this. There's a lot of people trying to bring down a guy like Caleb Williams and talk about his character and talk about how he wasn't a good teammate, just trying to bring all this negative energy and spread all these negative rumors about Caleb Williams. But none of that stuff was never true, which is why you cannot believe the media 24/7, because none of that stuff was ever true. Every single teammate you talk to, every single coach, every single trainer, you can even talk to a janitor at USC, and they all have the same great things to say about quarterback Caleb Williams. He's competitive. He has that drive. He's a great teammate. He brings people together. He is a true leader. If you guys remember, before this whole process started out, Ryan Poles made it very clear. We don't only want someone that plays great on the field. We also want to get to know the person. We want to get to know Caleb Williams as a person. We want to know the leader of Caleb Williams. And every single person they have talked to, they have gotten raving reviews about the leader Caleb Williams is. And to me, that gets me pumped up, because for the most part, I actually drew in to some of the negative rumors that people were saying about Caleb Williams, saying, well, he's not a good teammate. He's not this, he's not that. And I was actually dumb enough to believe them. And once again, you cannot believe everything you see within the media when they are talking about a player like Caleb Williams. But now, Bears fans, I think we can sit back and relax and understand that Caleb Williams is almost 90 to 95% a lock to go number one overall to the Chicago Bears. And a new era will officially begin for the Chicago Bears. And that gets me excited as a Chicago Bears fan, because it's new, It's fresh. It seems like a new opportunity for Caleb Williams to finally come in here and be that guy for the Chicago Bears, to be the first ever 4,000-yard passer, to be the franchise quarterback of the Chicago Bears, something that the franchise has never had. Caleb Williams has the opportunity to be an absolute legend in Chicago, bigger than Michael Jordan, bigger than Walter Payton, right? So it's an exciting feeling that it seems that Ryan Poles has that conviction that, hey, Caleb Williams is going to be our guy. And once again, he doesn't have to hide it. Maybe this is just the biggest curveball that he's throwing our way. Maybe they do end up taking Drake May or Jaden Daniels. But I feel like at this point, Bears fans, it would just be silly at this point. I think Caleb Williams has shown on tape that he's a really good football player. I think he has shown within his meetings that he is a good person. He's a good leader. All his teammates rally around him. All his coaches love to coach him. And obviously, that's really important because what Ryan Poles, what Matt Eberflus have built here in Chicago in terms of building that good culture. You didn't want to draft a guy that's toxic, right? That will come in and ruin that culture. But it seems now at this point that Caleb Williams is going to come in and add to that very positive culture and add that leadership. And I can tell you this, once Caleb Williams comes in and shows how good of a football player he is on the field, not only off, but on the field, guys like Jalen Johnson, Montez Sweat, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore will rally around him. And I think I truly believe at the end of all of this, amongst all the QB drama that went on amongst Bears fans over this offseason, I think we'll finally have a very positive outlook moving forward for the long-term success of this franchise. And as a Bears fan, I am super pumped up to see what Caleb Williams will do for the Chicago Bears organization. And I hope this video doesn't make me look like a fool. I hope this is not just a massive smokescreen from Ryan Poles, because it really feels like at this point, unless Caleb Williams messes up within this next month prior to the 2024 NFL draft, that Caleb Williams will be the number 1 overall pick for the Chicago Bears. And Bears fans, I am ready for the Caleb Williams era here in Chicago. But as always, Bears fans, before I let you guys go, let me ask you guys this. How do you feel about what Ryan Poles had to say about Caleb Williams at the annual owners meeting today? Let me know down below in the comment section. But all in all, make sure you continue to hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Geek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, be back for all new Bears podcasts right here on Geek on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and as always, bear down.
You've been listening to Geek on the Mic, a podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Thanks, guys, and bear down.